Wow. Just wow. Just freaking wow. I mean, I was with Harris today. Not Harrison. Bumbles, I love you. And, you know, I'm trying to get the light right today. Josh, I'm sorry. I'm back in New York City, so I don't have the lighting right, and it's dark, and I'm trying, but it ain't working, and I don't know what's going on. I guess the lighting, yeah, I don't know. I can't get the lighting the way I want. You know what? I got to bring the lighting thing behind me, and that'll fix it. I forgot to put it up today, and I apologize. Josh says he wants to see my beautiful face. I was with Harris. I loved it. We left, and Bumbles goes, Harrison, right? I said, Harris, you in Michigan got your ears checked. Babs was there. Hey, he's already here, Dr. Joe. The Giants, with 126 left in the game, had a win probability of 97.3%. They couldn't get a goddamn first down. You let Joe DeVito, I looked at the stats here, Joe DeVito, Bumbles, you know, I figured, you know, Tyrod Taylor gets injured, and I understand, you know, you got a quarterback and hasn't played, but the guy played football. He's played college football. He's played at a high level in college football. But 2 for 7 for -1 yards. Tyrod Taylor was 4 for 7 for 8 yards. They went 6 for 14 for -9 yards. -9 yards. 6 catches for 7 yards. The leading receivers were Darren Waller and Matt Breida. Each had 1 catch for 4 yards. Saquon had 3 catches for 0 yards. Josh, welcome. And they can't get the first down. They get the ball back. The first 3 quarters, the Jets had 140 yards of total offense. They had, you want to talk about an ugly game. 140 total yards for 3 quarters, the Jets. 0 for 10 on third downs. 0 red zone trips. 2 turnovers. 8 penalties for 80 yards. 155 rushing yards allowed. TD allowed to Tommy DeVito. Losing 10-7. At the half, Rich Cimini, you want to talk about ugly? More combined punts by the two teams, 15, than pass completions with 12, and first downs with 8. 0 for 18 on third downs. The Jets and Giants in the game, in a terrible game that Bumbles did not want to go to overtime, but of course it had to go because this game had to go on forever. I wanted it to be a tie. That's what I wanted a tie game, and Bumbles would have been like, what the fuck did we just witness? Yeah, what the fuck did we witness? It was awesome hanging out with them. I had a great time. We talked politics. We talked life. We talked everything. They said, Bumbles said the most punt yardage in a game since 1988. The two teams combined for 24 first downs. They were 4 for 34 on third. 4 for 34. The Giants got 5 first downs by penalty. The Jets, 2. A total, the Jets had 251 yards of total offense. The Giants, 194. The Giants, 2.8 yards per play. The Jets, 4. Ugly. Red zone, 0 for 2. The Giants, 1 for 3. And Graham Gano missed 2 field goals on top of it. 2 field goals. And then I got Broccoli Rob on. And I'm like, listen, Zach Wilson is not the answer. I said, okay. Listen, he goes, they've won 3 in a row. I hear you. But I was like, when they were about to lose the game, what did I say? I said, Zach Wilson sucks. 4th down. That's another thing. 4th down, Zach Wilson doesn't get rid of the fucking ball. He runs around, and takes the sack. Where at the end of the ball game, he threw a ball up. They got a pass interference against Adoree Jackson, who Harris is like, just turn the fuck around. You would have got and it was underthrown. He could have got the interception, and they got a pass interference on that winning drive in overtime. But Zach Wilson, before that, running around, it takes a sack. Are you fucking kidding me? You take a sack, it is 4th down. You have to get rid of the ball. And then Broccoli Rob is talking to me, and I said, Zach Wilson sucks, 4th down. So I figured at that point it's over. He goes, Coach lost the game. I said, Coach. I said, everyone. Total team non-effort. Zach sucks. He goes, penalties. Wasting the defense, I said. He goes, Lazard dropped open passes. How many passes did Lazard drop? I don't remember him dropping that many goddamn passes. 0 for 3rd down, I said. He said, Giants screwed up their draft position. And Harris goes, I hate that shit. And I do too. Because these guys are playing for their next job. If they're on a shitty team, they want to keep playing the NFL, and they're not tanking. NFL players don't tank. Maybe fans want teams that tank, but the players are playing for now and for the future. So they don't want any of that shit. And I totally agree on that front. They're not tanking. Who gives a shit about draft position? These guys are professionals. They're trying to win ball games. And then, unbelievable. At the end, I said they stepped in shit. He goes, Zach's the man. I go, right, Zach sucks. He laughs. Giants blew it. Not that time. Love Graham. Yeah, they blew it. 2 field goals. Yeah. And I said, remember he got that new contract in the offseason. I'm like, please. He said, Zach, clutch when it matters. 4 is 3, all that matters. I go, facts. Only wins and losses matter. I go, yeah. I said, well, Wilson, not the long-term answer. Take that 4th down play. Get rid of the fucking ball, man. What the fuck? Game should have been over. But Dable sucks even more because he takes the ball. I mean, you can't throw passes, little dink and dunks, and expect Saquon to get the first down every goddamn time. You give him back. Then you get a penalty for offsides, give a free play. Bam, he gets it up to Garrett Wilson at 7 catches for 100 yards. And bam, they're in, and all of a sudden they're in field goal position. You're like, holy shit. And they get the goddamn, that sends it into overtime. Then they win in overtime because DeVito, they take the ball out of his goddamn, all he does, didn't give him any chance to succeed. He goes, I've been saying that about Zach, but they're on a 3-game winning streak. Yeah, in spite of him. He goes, I go in spite of him. All Zach does is win this season, not because of him. He goes, he outplayed Hurts. Yeah, okay. They had a great defense and 4 field goals. They didn't do anything in the red zone. Mahomes and Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson isn't saying much. And yes, he had the best game of the season. Yeah. In the same play, Bumble's right. The same play to Barkley that gained a total of -1 yards. Good God. I mean, talk about, and Dable, I'm on the sidelines all dressed up. Sal looks like he would have been shirtless if he could have been. And at the end of the game, it's like, well, look at what I found. And I'm sorry. Zach Wilson not the long-term answer. I know they had to win that game. They're 4-3. They're still in the playoff hunt. Next week, they get we looked up the Jets schedule, didn't we, Bumbles? We looked up the Jets schedule, and we saw who the Jets play next week. And the Jets ended, thank you, Marco, a 7-game losing. Oh, and also, Bumbles said a great one. Now, Michigan says she saw it somewhere. Jets stands for just end this shit. And I said, we got to make T-shirts. She said, I think I've seen this before. But I was like, I don't know about that, babe. I don't know. I don't. Yeah, I mean, Jets schedule going forward. They are playing next week. Okay, right? They get the Chargers Monday night, at the Raiders, at the Bills, Dolphins at home, Falcons at home, Texans at home, at Dolphins, at host Commanders, at the Browns, at the Patriots. And the Dolphins just swept the Pats, and Tyreek Hill became the first receiver to have 1,000 receiving yards in the first 8 games. So that's not good. Yes, Josh, that game was beyond brutal to watch. That was like that was like in 40-Year-Old Virgin when he gets his chest wax and he's yelling Kelly Clarkson. I mean, the fans there were like, what are we watching? What are we witnessing? And this is a 4-3 Jet team, and you're like, come on. I mean, listen, you know what? As Harris said, there are no easy games out there. There are no cream puffs any. I mean, today the Texans lost a terrible game. They lost on the last play of the game to the Texans lost to who today? To Carolina on the road. You got to win those games. You have to win this game. And fantasy, God damn it. Pollard did shit today. I'm getting destroyed again. I am getting destroyed. What's the score? I was down by 40 points. Now I'm down. All right, I'm down 4 points right now, but it says I have a 39% chance of winning. Pacheco, it was supposed to snow today, and it did not. Now I was going to bench Lockett. Well, Lockett has 19 points already today, so maybe he'll get something going. Pickens had 1 catch that killed me. The Cleveland D is not playing well, and right now it says I have a 39% chance of winning when I only. Oh, you know why? Because I have 1 player left, and he has. Oh, shit. He has 2 more players, so I guess that's why I have, unless one of my guys steps up. Again, Stroud fucks me. CJ Stroud fucks me. Every goddamn week. Every week. Yeah, the Panthers. How did the Panthers beat the goddamn Texans? Panthers are terrible this year. It looks like I'm not going to get the win today. Yeah, Pollard did shit. Cowboys blew out. Cowboys 43-20 over the Rams. Stafford got hurt today. I mean, unbelievable. Eagles barely beat. Washington gives them a tough time. They won by 7. Pittsburgh, Pickens got hurt, and they lost to the Jags 20-10. Yeah, and Pickens.